Market action for the month of July was primarily dominated by the bulls because if you have a look at how the markets performed not only globally but in India as well, the Nifty gained more than 7% in each of the last couple of months, that is June and July that we had, and the Nifty Bank also managed to eke out gains for the month itself. Even for the broader markets, it was the best July in many years that we've had, and similar was the case for many of the sectoral indices, with the Nifty IT index gaining more than 20% for the month of July, and the pharma index also posting the best July that we had in history. So how did analysts actually revise their target prices during the month of July? We wanted to do some analysis around that and see if there was a sectoral trend or a stock specific trend that we could actually point out. So what I actually did was look at all the India listed stocks which are tracked by at least 10 analysts and how they have revised their target prices for all of these stocks. What actually stood out was that nearly 70% of these 280 odd stocks that we've had in the universe, those actually saw an upgrade as far as their target price for the month of July is concerned, while 28% were downgraded and only 3% stocks saw no change in their target price for the month of July. What also stood out from a sectoral point of view was the fact that none of the sectors were actually downgraded, with utilities remaining largely flat. But similar to the market action that I was telling you, IT was the best performer, and that is the reason we saw big upgrades come in for some of the IT stocks. The sector itself saw an average upgrade of about 23% in their target price, followed by the energy space, which is primarily Reliance Industries and the oil marketing companies, which actually performed really well in the month of July, more than 10% average increase in their target prices as well. Then you had financials, which saw 9% upgrade in their target price, industrials at about 5%, materials at about 4%, and 3% each for the consumer space, the staples as well as the discretionary space. While the disappointment actually came in from the healthcare pack, because that actually saw just about 2% upgrade for their target prices. So does that mean whether healthcare has actually reached what the analysts were expecting a few months back, and there is no scope for market prices to go higher? That is something that we will have to wait and watch. But as far as stock specific action is concerned, there was a lot of upgrades that we saw which came in for the large cap universe, especially the Bajaj twins, Bajaj Finance as well as Bajaj Finserv. 20% to 30% is what both of these stocks saw in terms of their target price upgrade. You had Infosys as well as L&T Infotech, 25% odd upgrade for these two stocks as well. And you had Reliance Industries, which saw a massive 20% increase in its target price as far as the analysts on the street are concerned. The downgrades, not many index names featuring in this list. You had Z Entertainment, which was downgraded by as much as 12%, and you had a couple of banking names like Union Bank of India and Punjab National Bank, which saw more than 25% downgrade in their target prices. To top it all, we had Oberoi Realty as well as Oil India, which also managed single-digit downgrade as far as analysts are concerned with regards to their target prices in the month of July.